Y'all, some absolutely wild drama is on the verge of erupting because there are rumors circulating in the streets suggesting that Beyoncé's previous cosmetic surgeon has reportedly leaked some shocking and scandalous information regarding how Beyoncé has allegedly been compelling Blue Ivy to undergo plastic procedures in an attempt to enhance her beauty. Now, as most of y'all already know, the internet has constantly been throwing shade at Blue Ivy since the moment she was born, and it appears those cruel and unnecessary remarks may have finally taken a toll on Beyoncé herself. Y'all remember how people online have been saying Blue is gorgeous now and had some kind of major transformation? Well, the doctor is now alleging that it's all the result of surgical work that was done. But that's not even the craziest part of this situation, because this same doctor recently dropped a detailed and extensive list of future cosmetic procedures reportedly scheduled for Blue Ivy. Things are definitely spiraling, so let's get into all the details. Alright, so we all know that Blue Ivy's appearance has been under a microscope from the very beginning. As the eldest child of Beyoncé, people immediately began drawing comparisons to her mother, and social media completely went off the rails. Platforms like Twitter and Instagram became flooded with posts dissecting every feature on her face, debating everything from her nose shape to her hair texture. Sure, some individuals came to her defense, but much of what was said was unnecessarily harsh. One of the absolute worst instances took place when she was still just a toddler, and people were already making rude comments about her hair, calling it messy or unkempt, and dragging her without cause. Even Saucy Santana felt the need to say something cruel about Blue. In one particular tweet, he responded to a user who had said, "I just want to be like Blue Ivy," by replying with, "nappy-headed or." And as if that wasn't offensive enough, he also tweeted, "I'm sorry, but Northwest clears Blue Ivy. Have several seats. Just said this yesterday." When those tweets resurfaced a couple of years ago, instead of apologizing, he doubled down on his previous posts, calling people fake woke B-words and saying no one actually cares about old tweets. He claimed the internet thinks it has power, that it can cancel anyone, when really, it doesn't. People believe they've got someone trapped over a situation they don't even genuinely care about. Rather than just allowing her to enjoy childhood, it seems like the public has always been obsessed with whether or not Blue Ivy would live up to the high expectations attached to Beyoncé's image. It didn't just stop at physical appearance, it became this never-ending game of comparisons against her mom, who is widely regarded as a beauty icon in the entertainment world. As Blue got older, the pressure didn't go away, it simply evolved. Suddenly, people were focused on her personal fashion choices, her red carpet looks, and her behavior at formal events. The comparisons intensified, and now included Jay-Z as well. Viral memes started going around, placing her features side by side with her parents, sending the same underlying message. Did she inherit the right genes? This constant public criticism has always been unfair, especially when people started attacking her natural features, her hair and facial structure, through a Eurocentric lens that ignored her identity as a young black girl. Adding more fuel to the fire are the ongoing rumors about how her family handles and shapes her public image. Recently, blind items and celebrity gossip blogs have been claiming that Beyoncé and even her mother, Tina Knowles, are quietly disappointed that Blue Ivy doesn't resemble Beyoncé more. Allegedly, Blue's glam squad puts in extra work to tone down certain features before she makes any public appearance. Some sources have even suggested that Beyoncé's team may be preparing her for a potential rhinoplasty once she's older. According to one blind item, in a family as image-conscious as this one that's built an empire on visual perfection, insiders say the heiress, Blue Ivy Carter, is already feeling the weight of not matching the aesthetic of the brand. She's been placed on Grammy stages, red carpets, and in front-row seats for her superstar mother, Beyonce. But privately, there's tension that all the fame in the world can't seem to cover up. The report continued, saying, allegedly, Queen Mom and grandmother Tina Knowles are disappointed that the heir to the dynasty didn't inherit more of Beyoncé's facial appeal. Instead, she mirrors her billionaire father, Jay-Z, which supposedly frustrates the glam team, who constantly work extra hard to soften her look before she steps onto a stage or appears on social media. Word on the street is that young Blue is already acutely aware of what the public says about her image. And yes, she's reportedly reading the comments. The blind item wrapped up by claiming that she began experimenting with makeup early on, in hopes of resembling her mother more and resembling her father less. Some people claim there's a long-term image plan in place that could involve more permanent changes once she reaches the appropriate age. The whispers about a nose job? Let's just say, that possibility has definitely been discussed. Meanwhile, Beyonce is said to be aggressively working behind the scenes to ensure Blue Ivy becomes the next major act, whether Blue wants that or not. Because in the eyes of a billion-dollar brand, a legacy successor is non-negotiable. Some individuals have spoken out against this situation and the endless rumors. Fans and supporters have criticized the way Blue Ivy has been treated, saying it's deeply inappropriate to place such intense pressure on a child. They've emphasized that analyzing her appearance or speculating about surgery is not just unfair, it can be emotionally damaging. There's also been growing unease over how quickly Blue Ivy seems to be stepping into adult roles. From wearing makeup to performing choreographed dance routines and dressing in elaborate stage costumes, many people feel that she's being forced to mature too quickly. Even Tokyo Toni has called out Beyonce, accusing her of putting Blue in situations that might not be appropriate for a child, and questioning whether growing up in the spotlight like that is healthy at all. And let's be real, if Tokyo Toni is giving parenting advice, that should really say something.
10-year-old of mine is gonna be doing all of this in front of no grown. I don't give a talking about. I don't give a when doing it. Do that shit you grown or old enough to do it. So guess, little Beyonce, go ahead, cause later on she just training y'all next in line, cause Beyonce 40 something. How long she gonna shake that like J-Lo? Cause they got to. You're a puppy. They get mad cause I say that. Then they say this and say that. Girl, your mother is Beyonce. They got billions of dollars. She can do a lot of that little girl. That little girl could be influential somewhere, talking about real good things, mental health, stuff with children. She's only 13.
Now, Blue Ivy's experience isn't totally uncommon when it comes to kids growing up in fame. But what makes her story stand out is the extreme and constant pressure she's under. She's been subjected to unrealistic expectations and endless guessing games about her appearance and future. It all ties into a much larger issue in the entertainment industry, where public image and reputation begin shaping a person's life way too early. Much of the pressure she faces is directly connected to the carefully crafted image her family, especially Beyonce, upholds. That link between her mom's public persona and the standards placed on Blue Ivy is a big reason why people won't ease up on her. Beyonce's image has always been picked apart, especially in how it aligns with conventional beauty ideals. Over time, observers have pointed to her straightened hair and lightened complexion as evidence that she may be leaning into European beauty standards. Critics have latched onto this, saying it reflects an industry-wide issue where certain features are uplifted, while others are ignored or looked down on. This conversation isn't new, but it intensified during her Renaissance era, when Beyonce appeared visibly lighter-skinned. The internet exploded with accusations of skin bleaching, and Tina Knowles had to step in and shut it all down. She wrote, "She made a film titled Renaissance, with a theme entirely based around silver. Silver hair, silver carpet, silver outfits, and you clowns decided she's trying to be white or bleach her skin. Duh. She wore silver hair to complement her silver dress, as a simple fashion statement. This woman minds her business, helps people whenever she's able, and consistently uplifts Black women and underdogs. And sadly, all this judgment and examination has trickled down to Blue Ivy. People no longer view her as just a child. They see her as Beyonce's daughter and expect her to fit that same carefully curated image. Every time she makes a public appearance, the cycle of comparisons begins again. Beyonce's straight hair and lighter tone have quietly become the standard of beauty people expect. And many folks act like Blue doesn't measure up, simply because she resembles Jay-Z more. The hard truth is, the media hasn't exactly been kind to Jay-Z's looks either, which only increases the pressure placed on Blue. And according to what the surgeon is claiming, Beyonce and Mama Tina are actively trying to make her resemble Jay-Z less in every way possible. Now, to the average person, the idea of children undergoing cosmetic surgery might sound bizarre or even disturbing. But in Hollywood, unfortunately, it's more common than expected. For example, Bella Hadid had a nose job at just 14. And that's without even mentioning all the fillers and other enhancements celebrities undergo. So yes, sadly, it does happen. Word going around is that plenty of famous parents allegedly push their young kids into these procedures before they get older, so they can claim the new look came from puberty. And it's upsetting to think that Beyonce and Mama T might be steering Blue in that direction. But hey, like that blind item said, it's all about securing the legacy and protecting the brand.